So welcome everybody. This is the second of a series of 2 workshops taking place this week here at Collège de France. This is the so-called Week of Indexicality. The first workshop was about indexical dynamics. And the workshop that starts today is about transparency, indexicality, and consciousness. And it's organized as part of a joint research project between my team here at Collège de France and Martin Nieder-Rummelin's team at the University of Fribourg, and Greg Bochner, who's one of the architects of the joint project, is going to present this workshop and give some details about the logistics.
Okay, thank you, François. So welcome everybody. We are very excited to have you all here. So this workshop is going to be about the relations between consciousness, transparency principles, and indexicality. And some people have told me that they were intrigued by the title. What's the connection between the three things? And so we are embarked on a project, a research project between Collège de France, François Recanati and myself working on indexicality, and people from Fribourg, Martin Nieder-Rummelin and Julien Bugnon here present, working on consciousness. And so we would like to investigate the relations between these three notions. So consciousness is at once familiar and mysterious. It's familiar because we know our conscious experiences in a direct way, in a privileged way, in a first personal way. And at the same time, it's very hard to integrate our phenomenal knowledge of our experiences with our physical knowledge of the world. So how can that be? So why is that so? One possibility is that consciousness is not physical, but another one is that our phenomenal knowledge and our physical knowledge are of the same thing, but somehow present that same thing in different ways. So if that's what we think, we think that there is an epistemic gap, but no ontological gap, then ways of thinking about one and the same thing become relevant. So we have phenomenal ways of thinking about consciousness and physical ways of thinking about consciousness, one and the same thing. And so that raises questions that are similar to questions about essential indexicals, where we have also non-indexical ways of thinking about something, indexical ways of thinking about something. We can have all the objective knowledge about something while still lacking indexical knowledge of who we are. So this is the connection with indexicality. What are the differences? And regarding transparency principles, so we have this sort of direct knowledge, intimate knowledge of our experiences. Maybe they are the things that we know best in the world. And at the same time, there are different transparency principles, epistemic transparency principles. So as soon as we invoke modes of presentation, there is another transparency principle that becomes relevant. This is the transparency of sense. And so what are the connections between the Fregean idea that we can know a priori which modes of presentation we are deploying and the connections with the transparency principle in Kripke that we can know directly what our experience is, and so that we have a sort of super transparent mode of presentation, phenomenal mode of presentation of our experiences. So these are the themes of the conference, so first person perspective, self-knowledge, and I will just add a few practical information. So first of all, Philippe Goff is present online, I think now. But he could not be here eventually, unfortunately. He's doing well, but he has had an injury. He will fully recover, but he could not be here today. So we will attend his talk online, and maybe this will be a video recording if Philippe is too tired to do his presentation. Nevertheless, if he can, he will be there for the Q&As. Martine Nieder-Rummelin is arriving tonight, hopefully. I think she is. So she will be there tomorrow and she will give her talk in person. Cathy Farkas will also arrive today, so many people will still arrive. Regarding the coffee breaks, so they will take place just outside of this room in the corridor. Coffee breaks, coffee will be served there. We are asking you not to go in the first courtyard because there are works there. So people from Collège de France have asked us to really insist that you should not stay there, and please go in the second courtyard where there are no works for questions of security and responsibility and insurance. So that's one thing. There is no social event tonight, so we will have the social event tomorrow night, the conference dinner. And there will also be an informal lunch after the conference on Friday at 1. If you would like to join, you can always come to us about Friday. We can try and see whether we can add some people, but it's not certain that we can accommodate all the requests, so please do not be offended if we do not have seats left. What else? Yes, we gave long slots for each speaker, so it's 1 hour and 35 minutes to have time to discuss. And so we kindly ask our speakers to speak for 45 or 55 minutes maybe at most, so that we have at least 40 minutes of discussion. And I think that's it. So we can start, and the first speaker is going to be Paul Bogosian from NYU, and he's going to talk about transparency principles. So thank you very much, Paul, to be here.